Okay, so last we left off, we encountered a village of yak folk before getting half put to sleep and realizing that they weren't friends. Combat quickly ensued, and we're picking up halfway through that combat. Initiative still in order, as Puck has promptly put down the chief, Karthakaya, and her flame-tongued sword. Molokov has a priest of sorts, a spellcaster, pinned down and restrained, but has not done any damage to him as of yet. As the yak folk emerge from their huts, looking full of fury that their chief has fallen, and they almost beat their chests, pull out their sabers, and are ready to take on these intruders. So, we start at the top of the round with Puck, still in order.
I reckon Puck. I'll look at Ghost and I'll say, do we need to cut the other bridge so no one can join us from the other half of the village?
Uh, no. Pretty sure it's just these folk. I don't know. Just
You glance over and you don't see any activity happening over there. There is a couple of huts and pens.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some of those more villages that are over there captured, but it doesn't seem from that call out from the thaumaturgy that anyone's emerged from those huts.
Okay, cool. I reckon I am going to come back over. Yeah, I'm going to go back over to the chief. Hello, can I not grab my guy? There we go. Come back over to the chief. I'm going to grab that scimitar that they dropped.
Sure. You pick it up and you can still feel the heat emerging from it, but you do have to attune to it to use it.
Of course. I just want to make sure I've got it.
Yep.
And then, I'll just like stuff it awkwardly into my pack, spend my action doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I guess I'll spend my action, doing that, and then I will redraw the crossbow and train it on anything that comes near. That's not really holding an action because I'm pretty sure it'll take my whole action to put something into my backpack.
If you're properly securing it, then it's going to be doing that, making sure that none of the others can grab it or even grab it off you, kind of thing.
I'm just concerned that if we have to make a hasty getaway, I don't want to leave that behind. So that's going to be my entire turn.
Sure.
And I've got my crossbow ready to. I guess if that's my action, then I'll use my bonus action if that's okay. So I moved, I've used my action, and I'll use my bonus action just to get back over to Ghost.
Yep.
Just so that he's not on his own when anything else comes over to attack him.
Sure. Tell you what, give me a investigation check as well as part of that action.
Investigation. That is a 10 on the dice, and I think it's plus like 11.
It's like a 92.
Investigation.
374.
Plus 8, sorry, so it's 18.
Sure. I reckon grabbing that key is... grabbing that sword as well. You see that she has a key on a belt. It's kind of large, maybe this long, big iron key. Definitely looks like it fits in that gate that is further to the northeast.
Yeah, okay, great. I'll just loop that quickly around my neck.
Yep.
It probably hangs really low on the small guy.
Like Flavor Flav. Puck's a gangster.
Yeah, and I'll get back over to Ghost and I'll say, well, I suppose we have to take the rest of them now. Are we talking them down?
I just want them to stop attacking us.
As both, so like load our crossbow or gun or whatever, both sort of just
back to back, like Charlie's Angels pose.
Having a casual conversation, preparing to do some murder.
Right. Well, as you prepare to do the murder, it becomes the yak folks' turn, or the soldiers at least. So I reckon we go round clockwise, and this guy is. Oops, how do I do that? Yeah, he's going to run into combat with you two. Anything that happens when he goes into your aura, Ghost?
No, the aura is just part of me. It's not
Sure.
an area of effect thing.
So, yeah, just good. I think your intimidation check wasn't as good as
It was terrible. Yeah.
their charisma check. So this guy, he runs in, beating his saber against his chest, comes in and starts to wallop out some attacks. So, 2 sword attacks. So I reckon he's just going to go one at each of you. Doesn't really know who the real target is right now, but he did see. You do see, Puck, that they saw you take down their chief. Cool. So this one's for Ghost. +6, so that's a dirty 20.
That hits.
And this one's for Puck. 2 is an 8. So Eric, it comes in with the great sword, Puck. You kind of parry it off, and as he comes in for the second hit, comes down to Ghost.
He swings at Puck. Puck dodges it. He just goes straight into Ghost.
Straight into Ghost.
Makes sense.
And that is going to be 18 points of slashing damage.
18.
1-8. Yes, correct.
Christ. All right, that hurt.
As he backs himself up and kind of like puffs out his chest and lets out like a guttural bleat. I don't know. These whatever yak's name. Have you ever been in a field with a cow and then realize that you're not the one that's in the safe position? That's the feeling you get. Remembering that Envy is right behind you as well, Ghost, just as a reminder. Okay, let's come round to second Ghost guy. Guy. He's going to, I reckon, come up around this way. So he's got his eyes trained on you. This guy's going to head towards Hera and just stop kind of short of that shroud that's going round. Yeah, he's not going to make a range attack. He's just going to kind of stand there and kind of like push his hoof into the ground. Looks like he's getting ready to make a charge attack of some sorts. And then this guy is going to come and try and knock Molokov off the priest. So he charges forward and is going to make a contested athletics check with you. Oh, not great.
20.
To 20, yeah, he gets like a 12 or whatever it is. So bounces off you, and then is going to come in with the sword and try and make a swing at you as a second attack. Not great again, that dice is going away. That's a 7 to hit.
No.
Turn a bit. Cool. So as these yak folks start getting real aggressive into combat, Hera, it comes around to you. So this guy that's come up to you, he's kind of stopped in his tracks and he's like almost preparing to do a charge of sorts.
Yeah, I'll sort of almost be like bracing for him, seeing him running towards me, then see him stop. See that he's revving himself up. Oh, shit. I feel like even if I get down there. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'm gonna see him stop and take that quick second looking over, seeing Molokov with both of them, and I'm going to move 10 foot down to there so that the guy that's on Molokov is in my range, and I'm going to run down and I'll sort of pull my wand out, and as I do, one of the tentacles almost does like the same sort of movement and fires out at the same time, and I'm going to cast a Ray of Sickness at the guy that's trying to tackle Molokov off the priest.
Sure. So anything happens when he comes into your shroud?
No, it's only if he starts his turn in there or if I do damage to him.
So these tentacles start to move around him and follow this attack. It's an attack roll, I believe.
Yeah, that'll be an attack roll. That is a 20 something to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
Okay, so this is 1d8. That's gonna be so it's product damage. So
How much total?
21.
21 necrotic damage. Right, he definitely feels it. Yeah, 21.
Yeah, sorry.
As the ray of sickness hits him in the back, and one of the tentacles almost like inserts itself in the magical wound as well, and he kind of rears back up and comes off Molokov. Anything else on your turn?
I'm going to keep running.
Keep moving. Nice.
Can I jump this fence at all? How high is this fence?
It's not high. I think. What did I ask Puck for? Like an acrobatics check.
Yeah, I'm going to use my feline agility because I haven't used it this combat.
Don't worry,
yet,
I won't even run the game, Bill.
Yeah.
Just you just walk past every obstacle I've got.
Well, no, just to make my movement enough so that I can get like sort of ways I can, but I can still roll the. I
No,
don't think it.
feline agility. You can just leap that thing. That is
And
fine.
I will get sort of. I will get just there so that the priest is in my range. So when he starts his turn
Gotcha.
in my circle, his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Of course it is. He is grappled by Molokov at the moment.
Yep, I'm just safety precautions.
Nicely done. As you kind of get up next to these cages, give me a perception check as well, please.
Ooh. That's a good roll. Here. 24.
24. You kind of like brush up against these cages have got cloth put over them, and you look in and you see that there is like a half elf, kind of like curled up in the cage, wondering what's going on, and then sees this Tabaxi, not Khajiit, Tabaxi, brush up against the cage and is like, what the? Just looks confused, absolutely confused.
So it's just like a tentacle that stops in nothing, just in the air. It's just like a little bit of sand falling out.
Yeah, terrified, absolutely terrified. But that brings us to good old Molokov's turn. Yay, you get a turn tonight.
All right.
Currently grappling this priest.
Yeah, I believe he's on the ground as well, is he not?
He sure is. He's
Sort of
prone.
holding him down. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I imagine he sort of almost just completely throws off the other guy and barely notices him.
Just a reminder as well, the priest is blinded. He's got this green light glimmering in his eyes that Hera is obviously concentrating on.
That's right. In that case, I will. Yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna. Actually, he pulls a small canister out from his pack, and he almost shoves it into a socket that you see he's built into his arm. Green energy pulses through, and I'm gonna cast magic weapon on my
Ooh,
on my arm,
nice.
and I'm gonna punch him twice.
Boom.
So 10 plus. I'd rather get advantage because of many different reasons.
Sure.
I got 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Lovely. So with magic weapon, that's going to make that 10 points of thunder damage. And swing at him again for a dirty 20.
Nice, that hits.
21, sorry.
Oh, well, in that case.
For 11 points of thunder damage.
Nice. Two big punches. This guy doesn't even know what's hitting him at this point, and the impacts are definitely rattling him quite badly. Anything else you'd like to do with this other guy standing next to you?
Nah. That's bonus action. I don't think I'm moving anywhere. I'll keep him in the grapple, and that'll be it.
Nice. The prisoners will attempt to unlock this cage that they're next to again. Nice, that's a bit better. They will free another prisoner.
Oh, prisoner to dagger ratio is ever falling away.
Yes, 1 to 3 at the moment. But that's okay. That brings us to Ghost. This guy has just come and parried off Puck and then swung around and done a pretty deep cut through your shoulder. You're up.
Bad choice. And I'll reach my hand forward, but the aura is actually going to reach its like larger like arm through this man's head.
Oh.
I'm going to cast Mind Sliver.
Ooh.
It's an intelligence saving throw, please.
Tell you what, they aren't great at those.
I was hoping so.
Not bad. It's a 14.
That's a failure. Almost not a failure though. For 6 points of force damage.
Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah, I like that.
How much damage was
6
it?
points of force damage.
6 points of force damage.
And a d4 off his next saving throw
Okay, sure.
before the end of my next turn.
Nice. It kind of like
And
rears back and
without needing to whistle, Envy is suddenly at my side. Look at that. And
Runs
launches a
up.
bite attack against his ankles.
Go for it.
That's a 17 to hit.
That'll hit. Go for damage.
Envy's better than I am. 9 points of force damage.
I mean, we were all thinking it.
Can we just swap Envy into the party?
Envy is best boy.
And Envy's companion is Ghost.
And just to add insult to injury, he then gets a second aftershock
Oh,
as the red light, the red halo, flashes through his own head, and will take 3 points of necrotic damage.
guy's getting it
Maybe
right.
just put the in the briefcase.
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
it. That's all I got.
He gets pretty aggravated at that. But some good damage. Right. This priest starts his turn in the tentacles. What does he need to do? You're muted.
He doesn't have to do it. His speed is just reduced by 10 feet while if he starts his turn in the
Gotcha.
circle.
Gotcha.
It just adds damage when I do a spell if they're in the circle as well.
Uh-huh. Gotcha. That's okay. He's still blinded though, so half his spells don't work. What he will do... Oh. What's that one? Yeah, I reckon he will cast that as an action. He's going to continue to kind of wrestle with Molokov, and he can't see, and you can see that he's thinking of options. He's thinking of what to do. He can hear that there's a soldier next to him. He can hear that Molokov's there. Punch across the face, taking some serious damage. He's just going to like let out a breath and mutter something under his words, and Protect me, protect me. And you see a shimmer go over him, and he's going to cast protection from energy, and he's going to choose thunder as his thing. But other than that, he can't make anything else. And I believe at the end of his turn, he can attempt to save from this blindness.
Yes, I believe so.
Con?
Um, end of each of its turns. Yep, make another Constitution save.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry, language. That is a 6 on the dice.
Ah, no, not quite.
You see him like blink and then open his eyes and be like, oh, no. But that's okay. He's at least a little bit protected this way. And then he continues to kind of wrestle with Molikov trying to get himself out, but obviously nothing mechanical. Back to the top of the round. Puck. This guy is swinging some hefty blows at your friend Ghost.
Yeah, I sort of definitely like ducked out of the way, saw it happen. I was like, oh, that's not good. And I'm gonna slash out with my rapier.
Cool.
And I will be trying to use some sneak attack damage.
You absolutely get advantage there.
Not advantage. I don't think. I think I get advantage.
I mean,
do
you're
get
flanking.
advantage? Okay, I'll take it. Sweet. Well,
Move
that's
5
an
feet to
18.
your north.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I go here, sure. That's a 22 to hit,
Yes.
and I will. So it's 3 of those and 1 of those sneak attack damage. That is 12, 19 points of combo damage, I guess, piercing and sneak attack damage.
Nice. You start piercing and slashing, and you're making some serious wounds. He's losing his stability a little bit. Definitely getting down there.
And I will use my Whales from the Grave to do 2d6 damage to the other guy.
Yeah, nice.
As this spark of green flies off for 5 points of necrotic damage.
Cool.
And then I guess I'll shoot this guy in front of me as well with my crossbow.
The one you're in combat with?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Go for it.
Ooh, they're bad rolls. That's only a 13 to hit, even with advantage.
I have to check that one. Guess what? It does.
Okay. I rolled a 4. I was like, oh. A 2 and a 4. I was like, oh, boy. And then that's just going to be 1d6 plus 6. Yep, cool. So that's 10 points of piercing.
Nice. Now he falters down to one knee, and he looks like he's on his last leg here.
Oh, do I do the flashbang? I don't think it really is going to make too much of it. Oh, is he going to go before you, Ghost?
Yes, he's up next.
Why not? Let's do it. Let's do the flashbang as my reaction. I will use the flashbang.
I think you have
effect.
to be hit by an attack.
Yeah, I just shot him.
No, you have to be hit, not the other way
Do I?
around.
Oh, okay. My apologies. I mustn't have written that down correctly. Don't worry about it then.
So I'll double check that right now.
I just had it down as,
Yeah.
as a reaction, but it makes sense if it's a
Yeah.
reaction to being hit. Yeah. No, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's a reaction to you being hit, but it can be like range if someone shoots you at a distance. It
Yeah.
Gotcha.
can splash back up there. Yeah.
Oh, good. Cool. Yeah, that makes more sense. I'll change what I've got written down to make it make more sense to me. That's my turn.
Nice. Well, as if it was written in the stars, he raises his sword up to you and brings it down for 2 attacks on you, Puck.
Let's give disadvantage to one of those thanks to envy.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so first roll, disadvantage. Okay, that's not bad. That's a 21 to hit.
That'll do it.
And second hit is a 15 total.
15 will miss.
15 will miss. So first one, I was going to say, swings right past you, but then he kind of almost turns it around in his hand and brings it down into you for 15 points of slashing damage.
I will uncanny dodge that to halve it.
Nice. Down to 7, I believe.
7.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's a hit on you if you want to use that flashbang.
I just use my reaction with uncanny dodge, so I won't.
Sure. Cool. Still a significant little bit of a graze, but that's his whole turn gone. The other guy is going to rear himself up and come in and charge. Now that there's someone in the way, he's going to charge at Ghost. Sorry, Envy.
Woo.
So Envy, can you make me a strength saving throw, please?
Oh. Yes, sir. It's not very high. Strength +2. It's not athletics by any chance?
It's just a
No,
strength save.
8.
8. He runs into Envy and knocks Envy to the ground prone. And then is going to make 2 attacks on Envy with the great sword.
No.
Jeez, calm down, Toast.
How dare you assume that was touched?
Was it, or was it Boba? Oh, it wasn't even a real dog. Your screen just lit up green, and I was like, what the heck? Anyway, these attacks are an advantage since Envy is prone.
Ah, Christ, yeah.
So, first attack is going to be a 16,
That hits.
and second attack is going to be a 17 plus 6, so 25?
Them some big hits.
Yep. So they come in, so first lot of damage is 14 points of slashing.
Mm-hmm.
Second lot is 19 points of slashing.
You killed my dog.
Envy gone, as he just kind of like bashes his sword into Envy and parts just start flying off, and then looks up at you, Ghost, and almost as the red-eyed bull condensation comes out of its nose, and he looks like he's about to rear up for another charge. What's going to happen here? Oh, you moved out of range, Hera. Good job. Big brain. Unfortunately, Molokov is not out of range.
I did worry about that, but he's big cat. He can do big cat things.
So, first guy's going to do a charge at you. So it's a strength saving throw.
It's a 22.
22. You save. You match shoulders with this guy and don't get knocked prone. By matching his charge, he does not get his attacks. So he bounces off you and kind of loses balance. The other guy in combat with you, though, is going to make 2 sword attacks at you. One's an actual 1, and the other is a 15 plus 6, so 21.
That'll hit.
21 will hit. So, in the confusion, they bounce off each other's swords and stuff, but then he sees a gap and swings in for 18 points of slashing damage.
Jesus. Yeah, I also almost imagine Molokov pulls up his shield and it hits it, but it just jars through him. But almost as the shield absorbs the energy, it's going to throw him back 15 feet.
Oh, nice. 15. Wow.
Yeah.
They're huge.
There's a... Yeah.
It just flies off into the background.
Ultimate shield, baby.
Any damage to him in that push?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, all good. He just goes in, he gets some damage on you, but then the energy kind of like...
I think it does something. There's a thing if he hits a wall or another person or something.
Unfortunately, it's pretty open down by where you are, and he gets thrown back 15 feet. And that's going to end their turns, if I've not missed any. No. So, Hera, you see Molotov take a pretty big hit there, and a burst of energy throws this guy off him. You're up.
Yeah, that gives me hope that he's got some sort of springy device. If he gets hit again, hopefully he can do that again. I am, while I'm just sort of close enough and I guess sort of out of range and not being looked at from where I am, because if he's within range, that must mean he's in range, because that's only 10 feet. So I constitutious he is. We'll find out. I'm going to pull out some mushrooms that we stole from the cave in the
Myconids?
myconids, and some other goods and berries and dried things that are very, very old and squished, and I'm going to poison spray the priest on the ground.
Yeah, sure. He is grappled and he is prone and he is blind, if that adds anything to your rolls.
It's a constitution save,
Okay.
so he's the one that has to roll, unfortunately.
No, that's cocked. That's a 16.
Fuck, 16 is the DC.
So nothing?
So nothing happens. It sort of just mists and goes above him because he's lying down. They go,
Yeah, he's kind of anticipating another punch, and then he smells something funky in the air, and he's like, nope, nope, just covers his mouth.
yeah. No, that is cool. That's all right. That's a waste of a good constitution roll, so at least maybe he'll still be blind.
True, true.
I will, in that case, if I move myself along the front of that crate, am I? He's blind and on the ground. If he swings at me, it'll be so disadvantaged.
There's also a fence in the way.
There's also a fence in the way. I'm just going to move myself down and around over to about there.
Yep.
And sort of be like half peeking and checking what's in the other crate, and I'm trying to get this guy into my range as well, so that his speed will also be reduced in case he tries to run away.
Nice. As you come to the second crate, there's a halfling in there. Same thing, bound by the hands, bound by the feet. Looks like he's been put to work in the fields. But yeah, really confused that he's seeing a tabaxi come past that is shrouded in necrotic tentacles.
Oh, he was no buck.
What was that line from? Like, that is incredibly racist.
Like a 50 session callback. Cool. Malakov. Getting playing the role of tank right now, but Kira's right behind you, supporting you. What are you doing?
I'll try my best.
How are you looking?
Look, I mean, not too bad
Okay,
actually.
okay.
Like, could seen better days, but you know,
Yeah.
we're all right. We're all right. Do I understand what this priest has done to himself as a spellcaster?
Give me an Arcana check.
Get to add a D4 to those.
He did say protect me. I just don't want to meta too much because.
Yeah. That's why I ask. So it's a 10.
Oh, he's just cast protection from thunder. All right, I'll change my attacks up.
4. So it's a total of 18.
Yeah, you know that he's protecting himself from energy at least. Let's say.
All right, knowing that I deal elemental energy and such spells exist, still like I think almost straddling him now. He's just going to pull up his shield and slam it down on him twice.
Oh yes. He is
Soldier boy
prone,
tactic.
remember, so you get advantage.
Yeah. It's a 25.
Easily hits. I've been reading up on some of the Pathfinder rules, and if you beat something by 10 or more, it's automatically a crit. And if you fail something by 10 or more, it's automatically a crit fail. And it's like just in situations like this, when you get a 25 on your attack, like you should be like smashing the crap out of this guy.
Yeah. Not a bad hit. It's another 11.
Nice. He's looking pretty hurt now. Bleeding out, confused, blinded. He's just, yeah.
Shield comes down again for a 24.
Yep, that hits.
For 8 points of normal bludgeoning damage.
8 points.
Magical bludgeoning damage, actually.
As he's like uttering this protection from himself from thunder, the shield smashes him in the forehead, and then he goes to yell out a spell, and the shield comes crashing down through his jaw and just takes him out.
Lovely. Well, I guess I'll sort of stand up, shake off a bit of the blood from the shield, pull a chain,
Just
and
casually.
give myself some temp HP.
Nice. As your armor kind of reconstructs itself around you. Cool. That brings us to the villagers. They're just going to make a little move around this end. Ghost. How are we looking up here? Envy's just gone down.
You see the very familiar scowl that Ghost had about 30 sessions ago.
Yeah.
It's right back in full swing. Puts away the pistol, pulls out. Oh no, actually he only has one hammer. How does that work for...
I think you got your gear back off the guy.
Yeah, but then I tossed a hammer and it landed
that's right.
somewhere over here.
That's right.
Um,
The camera cuts to it,
That's
just
alright.
like lying in the grass.
I will pull out the other hammer and I'll first take a swipe at this guy.
Yep, go for it. He's looking pretty...
He's not looking
No.
the best. That is a 19 plus to hit
Yep, that'll hit.
for 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. You crack through and hit his knee. He falters to the ground. He's on his last breath now.
And then almost without looking, I'll just point the gun off to the side to the one who swung at me before.
Sure.
And fire at him
Go for it.
using one of my actual bullets. That's cocked. Again, different dice. 14 plus.
That'll hit.
Cool.
D10 of damage.
D10 of damage. Oh, couldn't be any worse. That is 1 plus 5, 6 points of piercing damage.
Nice. The bullet grazes past his shoulder, and he kind of focuses in on you.
Yeah, good. Try that again. That's it.
Nice.
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Spellcaster is dead. Top of the round. Puck.
Yeah, this guy is in a bad shape in front of me. I'm going to try and pull the same execution maneuver I did on the chief with the crossbow
Sure.
to the face. So I'll probably just swing around to get that advantage. If that's all right, Reese.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, cool. That's a 23
Yes.
to hit. And I will use my sneak attack damage again.
What's the thing of that? You don't even use the crossbow. You like just have the bolt and just like jab it into his head.
Oh, that's a very thick skull plate.
This is
I
true.
imagine. That is 12, 14 points of damage.
Yeah, he is down and out.
And I will use another Whales from the Grave to hit this guy again for
Nice.
another 2d6, which I'll just roll that. Hey, that's pretty good. 11
Oh.
points of piercing on... of necrotic, sorry, on that one.
11
Sorry, that
points.
same one needs to take another 3 necrotic for my turn.
Yep.
And then I will... I'll just shoot it again, I guess.
Okay, sure.
That was me realizing that I'd done something stupid and I should have taken my rapier first, but anyway, that's okay. It all works out. 14 to hit,
Yes.
and 9 points of piercing.
Nice. You're whittling him down, but he
I'm
still looks
gonna-
ready to charge.
Yeah, I'm going to move myself. I'm going to put myself there, sort of between Ghost. And hope I don't regret it. That's my turn.
All right. might regret it. He is going to be focusing in on Ghost, and then this halfling is pumping out damage to him and then stands in the way. So he is going to try and barge you over, which is a strength saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, okay. I'm not very strong, but that is an 18. 18.
Nice. Which obviously bumps him back as you kind of, I don't even reckon it would be strength, but like you have stand your ground and almost lever him off the wrong way. You know how like in judo and stuff they use people's body weights against them. And yeah, it basically cancels out his whole turn because he's tried to use this charge attack. So good save there. Down below though, what do we got here? I reckon this guy's going to try and do the charge first as he looks at his companion and comes in and tries to get Molokov down. That's a strength saving throw, please.
That's only a 10 this time.
10. As you kind of have slammed your shield down, you're readjusting your armor and stuff. This guy comes off you on your left side out of nowhere and knocks you prone. As you go down, he is then going to make his 2 attacks, and his buddy is going to make his 2 attacks. So it's going to be 4 attacks at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to do all 4 and then go for damage.
Sure. I think almost in anticipation of it and feel,
Yep.
knowing what the last attack was, as he sort of goes down, he puts the shield up and the pulls a crank and the arcane like energy enlarges it.
Yep.
And he's sort of huddling behind it as they make the 4 attacks. So you've got a 25 to beat.
25 to beat with a +6. So I need 19s. Okay. First roll. Nope. Second roll. Nope. Third roll. Nope. Last roll. That's a 16. No, so they all just bang, bang, bang. They're cracking down on the shield, and you see the energy sparking off it. Hera, you even flinch at some of these attacks of the energy they're putting into it. But no damage goes down onto Molokov. What I will say though is that, oh no, he's dead. The priest is dead. He's ungrappled, but he's dead.
Cool.
Good survival of attacks there. Hera, that brings us to you.
Okay. And yeah, because I know he took a big hit before. Like I've probably seen him blocking a lot of that, but don't know how much possibly would have been blocked. So just sort of around, I'm going to reach into my pouch and pull out a couple things and start sort of shouting. Then I'll rip the things in my hand, and a sort of ball will form sort of around Molokov and the 2 guys there, and I'm going to cast Wither and Bloom.
Oh, nice.
So that is a Constitution save.
Uh, 8 and 11.
Both of them will fail. So and so they will both take. I think they will both take 13 necrotic damage each. And
Good hit.
Something like hit dice that I can roll, or
yeah, you can expend 1 hit dice and add my spellcasting modifier to it.
Like, I will definitely do that. Cool. So that's a 4 plus. What's your
5.
sick? Thank you kindly. Definitely looking a lot healthier.
Nice.
Oh, sorry. And the number of I added an extra d6 because I casted it at 3rd level, but you can also expend another hit dice for every level I go.
I mean, I think while I'm surrounded, that's probably not a bad call. I think I will
Yeah.
do the other one. That's 6 more.
Yeah, I'm imagining they're going to get another turn in before they've gone. One of them's looking pretty hurt, the one that had been hit a couple of times, but this guy's only been hit for the first time.
Yeah.
Which is good though, like you've done 13 points of damage.
Yeah. There's probably not a lot else. So I can. I suppose because they're dealing so much, I can't risk doing that.
They do output a lot of damage, but their AC is quite low.
Yeah.
What's the plan?
No, I'm just gonna stay on that side of the fence. Maybe I'll move a bit more closer up to it. So I'm just sort of like pushed up against the fence, maybe thinking I'm trying. Should I be trying to get their attention? But I really don't want to be getting their attention. But Molokov's on the ground, and I'm sort of torn between dying and not dying, and Molokov dying. And
But let's put it this way: they know you're there.
Yeah.
They're not in like a rage or anything, but
No.
they are attacking the
Just give
guy.
Molokov a good boost.
Yeah, they are attacking the guy with the shield and the power armor, while this slinky tabaxi is running around in the background doing little spell things.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
if you'd
so that's all
like
I
to
can
get
do.
their attention, you definitely can be like, "Hey, you fat
No,
goat."
I'm too torn to probably be making any noise because I know that they will definitely both be able to kill me.
Understood. Anything else?
No,
All right.
that's all I got.
Molokov, on the ground. After that beating of attacks, your shield holds up, and then you feel the energy shimmer down, and this wither and bloom. Poof, you feel that energy from
Yeah.
Hera that you are very familiar with. Just gives you that extra boost of energy.
Probably like a couple of flowers have grown up just around where you've been lying as well. Like the earth is just sort of livened a little bit.
Love that. Definitely takes a bit of heart in that, and I'm gonna flavor it a little bit while he's sort of on the ground. I'm gonna use my bonus action shove to try and get him prone, but it's gonna be more of I like try and grab his ankle and pull him down to the ground with me.
Yep. Which one? The weaker one or the stronger one?
Yeah, let's go with the weaker one. Let's try and get him done.
Yep. Contested.
With athletics for a dirty 20.
Yeah. 6 on the dice. He falls down and hits his head pretty hard. So he is prone.
And again, same as the priest, I'm going to get on top of him and punch him twice.
Nice. Go for it.
At advantage. That one's cocked. The other one's pretty good anyway. So yeah, that's a 24.
A 24 definitely hits. Go for damage.
For 8 points of damage.
Nice.
And again for not so great that time. It's a 15.
15 will hit.
To hit.
Yep.
Lovely. For 9 points of damage.
Nice. Trip him up. You come in with an uppercut and then just reach back and boom, knock him out cold.
Second time, rise up, throw bits of brain and skull off my
Yeah.
fist, and I'll face this guy, this last dude.
Nice. Cool. The villagers have already moved around a little bit further. Ghost brings us round to you.
Yeah, how's this guy looking?
He's a bit bruised.
He's a bit bruised.
I'd say about half.
I'll just take one step towards him and point the pistol towards his head and say healed.
He did. I'm going to say he does not look like he will yield. If that changes
I'll fire.
your game plan.
Nope.
Remembering you do have a knocked out unconscious priest in the hut. These guys look like they're going to fight to the death.
Yeah, cool. That's all right. I believe I roll at disadvantage because this is a ranged weapon at melee. That's still a +8 to hit. That's awesome. 15 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
Nice. Come on. Do the thing, pistol. I've had you so long. No. That is 11 points of piercing damage.
Still good. Yeah, he's that's a big hit on him. He folds back and tries to gain his balance. He looks like he's about to fall down.
All I really do at this point in time. I really wish I had my infusion on this pistol. But he will take another 3 points of necrotic damage.
Nice. All right.
That's it.
Cool. That brings us to back to top of the round. Puck. Ghost has stepped in, fired off this pistol, and this guy is just dazed. He's not sure where he is.
I'm gonna. I'm just gonna hit him with the sword.
Yep, go for it. Rapier.
Yeah. It's a 17 on the dice.
That'll hit.
For 13 points of damage.
With 12 HP left, you find that bullet wound and stick it in.
Oh, I'm very glad because I didn't use my sneak attack so that I can
Yep.
move 30 feet that way.
Good duo work from Ghost and Puck here for this combat. Back to back with their things. Bullet hole, rapier.
30 feet to there.
Yep.
And then I... Oh, yes, he is 29.5 feet away. So perfect, it's all good. I'm going to shoot that guy.
Yep.
With my hand crossbow.
Yep.
And this time I will use my sneak attack damage.
Yes.
He is in combat. 16 on the dice.
Yep, that'll hit.
2, 3, 4. That is 14. 14 plus 6. So 20 points of radiant. Well, not radiant. Is he still up?
Yeah, he's about half
Cool.
now. Bolt
Okay.
hits him. He sees that someone's coming from the north.
Yeah. Cool. I think that's... There's no one else alive. Okay. Shame. All right, that's it then.
I mean, your kill count in this combat is pretty high already. I think the MVP shot has got to go to when Nemos just absolutely got slaughtered.
That was like the final shot Skyrim thing with you follow the arrow.
Yeah. Cool. That does give the Yaks one more turn, I believe, or unless you can take him down this round, but I'm pretty sure you can. So he's going to come down with 2 attacks at Molokov. They're just straight rolls. 4 number 6 is a 20 and a natural 1, so 20 to hit.
You know what? Hold on.
Are you in
How
range?
far away
Are you in range? It's this guy here. It's this guy here.
Yeah, that's within 60 feet. Let's give that 20 a disadvantage.
You bastard.
A 20 would hit.
Okay. Well, the other one was a natural 1, so that can't get any worse. Here we go. you give it disadvantage, that roll was higher, so the 20 still hits.
Ah,
This 20 will go through then.
Yep. And that's going
Park,
to
you get
be
another advantage.
that's going to be 14 points of slashing damage.
Yep. Ow.
Anything happen with your little? Do you hit Hera with anything?
No, it only reduces the speed, or it's above I do
No, no.
damage to him.
I'm asking Ghost if he hits
No, it's
Hera.
me. Well, because there's Puck is the only one within 30 feet, but bless the lords of the dice, my aura actually pulses.
Of course, because
a
it's
little
not
brighter, and
Hera,
I-
so you wouldn't want to damage
I
anyone
gain
else.
6 temp HP, so yeah, there
of
we go.
course, of course. Like
Yeah.
you know, it's written.
Yeah. Yeah, no. That's normal.
I'm almost keen to be like, Hera sees this little boon happen in the distance and is like, the fuck, man? But no, you're probably a bit too engaged in this combat here. So comes down and hits Molokov with an attack, blocks the other one, and brings us to you, Hera. You got to finish this guy off.
Oh yeah, hopefully. He's only been hit a couple times, so.
Yeah, he's still looking pretty solid.
I wonder if, yeah, I suppose I can do that. Yeah, I will jump over the fence and sort of run over Molokov almost, and like sort of just try and get between the two of them. And my hands will just be glowing with green energy. And I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds
Nice.
against him.
Now you're really hoping he goes down this round.
Yeah. Well, I was going to do a fucking cantrip because I'm running low on spell slots, but I feel like it's not worth the risk of whipping and doing no damage.
All right, so go for the attack roll.
This could still whiff and do no damage. 16 to hit.
Yeah, easy. You find some open wounds and get your claws in there. And your shroud's up as well, if that adds anything.
Yeah, it does. So that'll add a D8. I'll use that code. Not great rolls. So 10, 18, 24 necrotic damage.
How do you want to take this guy out? 23
I will-
HP remaining.
Yeah, just like I said, we'll just sort of jump over Molokov and just sort of dig my claws onto his rib cage as he just sort of starts to like almost get skinnier and like the life essence just sort of drains and comes down into my wrists, and I'm actually going to use my Grim Harvest, and I'm going to regain some hit points. HP equal to twice the spell's level or 3 times of its School of Necromancy. So that was a level 2 spell. So 2 times 3, 6. So I'll regain 6 hit points. And I'm back up to full.
Back up to
And this is
full.
sort of just falls and like almost skeletal and like skin gripping the bone sort of thing, fur patched and
Put it
falling off.
away.
Yeah, he just sort of drops down next to Molokov, and I'll drop the shroud as well as the sort of tentacles just sort of and these little puffs of sand sort of puff out as they disappear.
Yeah, nice. The life essence just leaves this yak folk as it drops to the ground, and that brings us out of initiative. As you all kind of look around at the destruction that has left this place, but also that it almost feels a little bit more peaceful now that these monsters have stopped. You get a moment to catch your breath.
Well, are you all right? Do you need help or anything?
Not more than I usually do. No, that's whatever you did in the middle there. That definitely helped. While I was surrounded by them. He sort of says that and then like turns away and pops a cap in his mouth and regains some hit points.
Nice.
Puck like charges down, then sort of like stops on the edge of this tentacle thing, and it's like, "You guys all right?"
I think so. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, what?
We certainly got them. Look at the withered skeleton, the one in front, the two mashed brains of the.
Quite,
You- you-
those cages. Is there anyone that we need to set free?
Yeah, yes. Two more down here. I didn't actually check of how locked they were, but I assume they're.
Yeah, you turn around and you see 3 villagers sneaking under the fence and approaching the cages, and then like looking at you like, oh, and one of them notices Puck and is like,
Yeah.
oh, I managed to get these 2 out. Is it safe?
For now, at least, I think no one on
You
this
hear from up
side-
behind you. Ghost. Where the hell is my gun? Yeah.
For now, I think it's safe. I'm gonna. Hera, is this safe?
I dropped it. I would have dropped it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come in and I want to search this guy's body while you're opening the
sure.
stuff behind.
Let me just take that off. There you go. That's a lot safer. Cool. This yak folk, give me a investigation. That's the word I'm looking for. Check. This is one of the priests.
Yep, 19.
19.
Sorry, 18.
So he has about 50 gold pieces on him, and some fancy bead jewelry worth 25 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all on this priest here. A couple of other, little components and stuff, but nothing of worth.
Cool. I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna take where's Ghost, and I'm gonna head back up to Ghost.
Sure.
And as I sort of like start leaving, I'll go, Molokov, make sure that those people are okay. Sort of a little bit concerned of leaving them to Hera.
Sure.
Okay, I'll just
Yeah, I think it's about that point. As you get to the door there, Puck, Ghost walks out, the aura just starting to fade, with his lightning gun. He's like, let's go clear a fucking town. Just walks. We'll go to this room first, pick up his hammer, kick the door open, check the room's clear.
Oh, sure.
Puck's like chasing after him, like, okay.
Cool. Are you going to be making your way around most of the buildings? That's the idea?
That is exactly what I will be doing, yeah.
Okay, so can I get both you and Puck to make investigation checks? I know you just made one, Puck, but
Yeah, sorry.
we'll go for something else here.
Very happy.
Oh, I'm
making one, 'cause
exhausted.
it was a way better roll.
You are exhausted.
26.
Nice.
Not that high. 11.
11. Nice. So, what you find altogether, this is, we'll do you guys and then we'll come back to Hero and Molokov with the prisoners. So, you find, and this is through multiple of the huts, you see that it's definitely a farming village, that they've been putting the prisoners, as it seems, to work in the farms, to supply quite a lot of food. More food than seems necessary for the yak folk of this village. Not only that, but it seems that there's hardly any metal material around the village. As you look, everything is wooden. Obviously, like some scythes and some farming utensils have metal on the end, but for the most part, they're made of stone where they can be. It seems primitive, but also a conscious choice as well. As you saw that they had metal swords. It's not like they don't understand that. But throughout the huts, amid the clutter, there's a basket containing 250 gold pieces.
Nice.
Let me check if this will work. Roll me a D100.
Uh, 76.
Nice. You find a potion of climbing.
Yeah.
There is hanging on the walls. There is painted murals of landscapes. There are also 4 wooden masks carved from wood. Each mask has some gemstones laid in it. Each mask is worth 25 gold pieces.
You guys want to join the mask brigade?
You find.
Do I,
Go on.
well, do I write down tapestries? I mean, Ghost isn't taking tapestries at the moment, but if anything, there's probably a couple of things like the masks he'll probably toss in Puck's direction.
Let me say this about the murals and stuff is once again they seem not what should be here. These seem like yak folk of the mountains, they're farmers, and then they've got this artistry up on the wall. Like they've said that they are shunned away from civilization and stuff. So maybe they've raided it, maybe they've stolen it, maybe it was given to them. Who knows?
Yeah,
Ghost,
sure.
with your expertise, or your familiarity with them, does any of this seem dwarvish?
I would say yes.
Oh yeah,
No,
Ghost
no.
takes a double take and immediately is like, yeah, that framing stitch is very distinct. It's definitely come from the dwarves.
You find 4 blocks of incense. And then in the final hut you look through, you see that there is a collection of chests of such, much kind of like those in the main hut that was behind the chief. But these ones are unlocked, and you kind of open them up, and you see that there seems to be like 3 daggers. There's a sling. There's sling stones, a little hand crossbow, crossbow bolts, leather pouches. It seems like this is the gear from the prisoners that you helped escape. But
Pull that. Oh, take that out for them.
Yep. While you're doing that, Hera and Molokov, you see these 3 prisoners kind of pull down the sheets on these 2 cages. And they seem to know who's in there, but they don't seem like best of friends. They're just like, oh, this is where you've been being kept. They pull out the lock and try and shove this dagger into the lock and try and jiggle it around a little bit.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah, the little one. They set us free up around the corner. We're given instructions. Get everyone out. I don't know who you are, but thank you for intervening. Who did you get sent by someone?
No, actually, not this time. We kind of stumbled across this place. We thought these guys might be friends, but
Oh no,
sort
No.
of look at the bodies around us, and they prove elsewise.
No, this is why you don't venture into the mountains. The yak folk will take you, and I'm sure you've heard all the stories as a child. They're frightening beasts. Continue trying to jam this dagger into this lock. It's just not working.
Molotov,
Can I
perhaps.
just come over and try and like yank the lock down?
Sure, give me a strength check.
See.
19.
It's just
Yeah.
and just watching them struggle with a fucking padlock.
Yeah, you walk over and just yank it off, and they kind of like,
After
see-
they break like the third lockpick.
yeah, they look amazed, but also kind of like, okay, let's play our cards tonight. Like, are these our new overseers? Are these our? Yeah, they kind of just like, thank you, and the the halfling in the cage kind of opens it up and, thank you, gives us thanks to these two tabaxis standing there.
And then we'll open the other one as well.
Sure.
If I can.
No check required.
You must have provisions, belongings. Perhaps you know where they might have stored your goods and stuff.
Yes. We didn't have much. We've all come at different times. One of the other ones speaks up. I think I saw them taking our stuff into that house over there, and you see that's where Puck and Ghost are going into at the moment.
You just see Puck like holding the crossbow, like.
Weighs it up.
Do any of you know the total number of the yak men in here? Is this all of them, or do they want to come back? Do they leave, or?
This is when they kind of look out and see the bodies just strewn across the village, and one of them just like faints. One of them actually just faints, and the elf moves forward and goes, sorry, we're not used to seeing such destruction, although we are thankful. No, we always get taken out at different times to work the fields, and some of us are even deployed down the mines for a week at a time or such. It's quite horrible conditions. But no, I don't know if this is all of them or not. But it looks like you're handling yourselves quite well.
Well, I could use a nap, but
Well, I tell you, don't drink the wine. That'll definitely put you to sleep.
okay. I will keep that in mind. Take the food, don't drink the wine.
I'll smoke the.
Well, I suppose should we reconvene?
I'd say at this point, Ghost and
Okay.
Puck, you,
Sort of all lead them to the central tent, I guess, or the tent where all their shit is.
yeah. So let's say it's over here. So they kind of all go there, and Puck and Ghost, you come out and see this almost little mob of common folk. One of them goes, "Oh, that's my dagger." He kind of like sees it, and then you kind of like doesn't go for it. But if you need it, then obviously that's also fine.
No, but please take your things. I'll just get my dagger back from whoever had it.
Yeah. They kind of run forward, and you see them putting on their cloaks and attaching their slings and stuff. It's not good stuff at all. Like, they're commoners, they've got 4 HP.
Yeah.
But
Where have you all come from? You don't seem like, if you don't mind my saying, proper adventurers to be up here in the mountains.
the human steps forward and goes, "Oh, by no means are we adventurers. No, I can't speak for everyone, but I'm a trader, a merchant. I was making my way through the mountains down to Fremantle, when the Yakfolk ambushed my caravan and took me. And the elf steps forward and goes, "Yes, yes, I was doing might sound silly, but a hike from one edge of the lake to the next, and I got ambushed by not Yakfolk though. It was a party of well, they looked like humans, although I can't quite remember all of them. Anyway, I got knocked out, and next thing I knew, I was being exchanged up here. I don't know what for, but seemed like they were giving me away. They took all my possessions and put me to work. Thankfully, I haven't been underground as yet. I've just been working in the fields. And they all kind of tell similar stories of, some of them are paired up, some of them, there's not a lot of them, but either they've been ambushed by the Yak folk or taken and then given to the Yak folk.
Did the people who, I guess, traded you here, have you seen any of them since? Have other people been coming and going from this village?
Yes, they have. They normally go into the tent. We don't really hear what they talk about, but they seem to be taking chests of stuff down there, and points to the watermill that's still cranking away at the top of the village. They're collecting for something, I don't know, but, well, I don't know what life was like before the Yak folk interacted with these people, but the chief was very much indulging in all the gifts she was being given.
I'm going to look at Ghost and say, maybe we should check the chief for a worm.
Oh, good point.
Where will you people go now? Are you...
Oh, well, they kind of look and see that they've got their gear back, and well, I hope you don't mind, but we probably won't travel until daylight.
oh, of course.
I don't know when or if the visitors are here or not, whether they're coming back soon. They come every couple of days. They go down into the mines, but no, I would be very keen to get myself off this mountain and back to civilization, back to a real town and real security. The others kind of all agree. Yeah. Well, I'll travel with you if you travel with. Yeah, we can all stick together. And yes, I think down the mountain would be the best option.
It seems like they have plenty of food and stockpiles up in that northern hut. Help yourselves.
Oh,
Make yourselves comfortable wherever you can find space.
by all
This
means.
is
One
This
of
place is more yours than it is ours.
the halfling's like, well, I'm going to sleep in a proper bed tonight. I'll tell you that.
As you should.
I think we might need to go and check the water wheel area, but...
Oh, wait, Puck. Can I borrow that rope again?
Yeah, the rope of entanglement, I'll give it Bo.
That's the one. I will very unceremoniously be seen dragging a unconscious priest out of here. Kind of gets to this point. Malikov, hand. Just see if you can just kind of squeeze him into one of those. There you go.
Nice. You place the priest into the cage.
Lovely.
Do we need to do anything more to... Because he's just unconscious, is that right?
Yep. So he's not dead.
To stop him from waking up and casting a spell? Bind the hands or gag him?
I was gonna say, you could definitely
Puck
pull out
will
a
just-
rope and
Yeah, Puck will help, and I mean, we'll bind the hands and gag him so he can't do...
Sure.
we're
anything
binding his
required.
hands and gagging him. So
Kinky.
From my perspective on the screen, it looks like you turned to Jed and like.
look what. Hey, guess what we're doing together?
Um,
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
As you see, the other prisoners are going about. They are making themselves a little bit comfortable, but you see that they're quite nervous still as well. They are aware that there's more. There could be more yak folk around, so they kind of all stick together and stay in one hut. But the rest of you come down to this yak folk as he kind of starts to stir and tries to move out of the rope entanglement. Obviously can't, and can't speak either. Looks around at the cage and looks at you, Ghost.
I wasn't going to pay attention to him for a minute. But
Oh, sure.
alright.
If there's something you want to do in the meantime, please do.
Yeah, I kind of just wanted to leave him there and then invite Puck to come and check out the other side of the bridge here.
As we sort of start moving away from it, I'm just gonna. Hey, would you mind keeping an eye on them? Just talking to Kaida and sort of get him to sit here and come find us if he makes a move.
Sure. For now, he will remain unconscious. Other side of the village, much again, the same huts contain a little bit of wares, but nothing of note. There are 2 empty cages.
Empty cages.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Looks like some people, like they said, have been taken down into the mines. But what's different about this hut here, next to the water wheel, is it seems to be connected to that gear that is going through the water. And inside here, you do find a couple of interesting bits and pieces. Where does it say here?
So while you're looking, Reese, there are 3 cages. Is one have something in it, or just
They're all empty.
Yeah, cool.
Oh yeah, I see one down there. Yeah, they're all empty.
Yeah, no, good. It was like, oh, that's suspicious. Is there something going on?
Well, let's put it this way: one of them might have something in it from next week if we get an extra player. But at the moment, they are empty.
Understood.
While we're walking, I'll just be talking to Ghost. Should we take those tapestries and try and return them to the dwarves? Might be a way to get them on side.
Oh, 10 out of 10, absolutely. I don't have any problem with it whatsoever. I just want to make sure our immediate area is clear.
Roll them up.
People keep trying to be friendly to us, hurting fucking backs,
You can't trust
poisoning
anyone.
us.
Ghost continues muttering. Yeah, in this hut here, it seems like there's a bit more stuff on the walls and some clay pots and stuff around. They definitely all have embossing and engravings of fire motifs, and like hammer and blacksmith and anvil motifs on them. Looks very themed of sorts. But other than that, the wheel just continues to turn. Can I do this? Yes, I can. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
So actually, all the roofs come off in this, and if the combat had gone a different way. But yeah, it's basically just a crank wheel in there that continues to turn the thing.
And these like pots don't seem like they're magically embossed. It just seems like designs on clay kind of thing. Yeah.
Designs,
Cool.
but yeah, they definitely are all following a certain theme. Fire and forgery.
I mean, it's an RPG. Maybe you should break them. Got to be something in there, right?
You can certainly try.
Some rupees.
It's the old meme of like picking it up and putting your hand, like looking at it, being like, "Oh, it's empty," and then like accidentally dropping it, and suddenly gold falls out.
Boom.
Like,
Yeah, like
what?
a dagger. An uncommon sword.
You do see though that crossing this river, there is this wheel. The log kind of turns as well. Like, it definitely is crossable, but it would take some skill to cross that.
Yeah, sure. I'm not too concerned about that at the moment. I guess
Is
we'll
this
get
like
there.
a gate in front of it?
Here,
That's the gate. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, they're
I
iron
have the
doors.
key.
What was that? Puck?
I have a key.
Oh, you have the key. Yeah,
Chief had a key, and I took the key.
sweet.
And the last thing I want to do while clearing and looting is just upturn all of the chief's pillows.
Sure. So in the chief's hut, you make your way back over to there. Very much a lot more fancier stuff in here. There are 3 chests.
Oh, shit, that's
There
a
are
lot of stuff.
four chests that are all locked in here. But other than that, there's nice silk pillows and rugs on the floor and even some candles around. Yeah, you've been sitting in here. There's the pipe as well. But yeah, it seems like behind her she has been hoarding some more valuable things from the rest of the village. It definitely seems like
Grand.
she has been gifted a lot of things.
Sure. Are these chests like chests or chests?
They're kind of normal size.
It's funny. It's funny to say it's a normal sized chest, but
Yes.
what is a normal sized chest? I'm asking if they would fit in a bag of holding.
I think anything would fit in a bag of holding, but one person could pick it up with 2 hands.
Yep.
We could try
Yeah,
the key first.
Do you like that? Oh,
I don't have the key. I'm just covering bases for now. I'm gonna grab 2, maybe 3 of those nice silk pillows and shove those in the bag of holding, and like roll up one of the smaller rugs, shove that in there too.
yep.
And then yeah, just drop all 4 chests
Sure.
into the bag of holding. And then right, come out, still scowling, and go over to Envy
In pieces.
and get my hammer out, and for the next minute, cast Mending.
Okay. Envy eventually rises up again. But that does take some time. So, Puck, Molokov, and Hera, what's going on?
Who's still
Well, almost similarly to Ghost's intentions, it seems he's doing a little bit more frustratedly and kicking sand around and whatnot, and still around the rooms. But he did say something to Puck just before when we're all sort of standing around, and I assume it was Ghost to Puck and not Michael to Jed. But he said that we should check the chief for an earwig.
That was Puck to Ghost.
So, was Puck to Ghost. But I definitely would have heard that and thought about that, and thinking about our safety and who's actually still around, I'm going up to the chief while they're looking around to the other side of the village, and I'll pull my knife out and I guess maybe do like a little slip down above his ear.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Give me
I
a medicine check, I think, to try and do this kind of accurately.
Gently enough without just fucking.
Yeah. I mean, you know what you're looking for, but you also don't... I'm assuming you don't want to kill it if it's in there. You just want to...
No. I want to try and get, if there's anything in there, I want to try and get it out. Ooh, okay. What's new medicine? Ooh, okay. That's only a 12.
It's a 12.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to follow that up with a dexterity check, please.
Just straight dex.
Or sleight of
check.
hand if you want.
It could be any better. It's exactly the same, but we'll go sleight of hand because it's sounds better. Come on with the big roll. That's a natural 20.
Nice. You kind of start cutting behind this Yak folks chief's ear, and you move the fur out of the way, but it keeps kind of falling in place, and you kind of how do you get your dagger quite right? You're not sure if the incision would, if the chief was still alive, be recoverable, but you kind of put it in at a certain angle, and then you almost feel a shove from the other side, and you act quickly and carve around, and pops out a purple worm with little teeth on the end, and you grab it with the end of your dagger, kind of thing, and this thing flicks around. You get it out successfully and don't kill it.
I don't know if I have any vials or anything on me or anything to hold.
It's squirming around at the moment. It's trying to find its what it's doing, and then it starts slowing down and facing towards you. Hi, Anna.
Oh, that bridge looks very broken.
It's okay. We've already there's another one.
Oh, there's another bridge. Okay, that's nice.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, so it's turning around, and it starts slowing down from its squirming around and starts focusing on you. Do you have anything to put it in?
Two things either side of my head, mate. No. Thought perhaps crosses the mind briefly, but no, I will sort of, I will maybe grab my water canteen and we'll just pop the lid off and dump a bunch of water out and just sort of drop it into the top and close it until I can find Ghost and get a vial.
Oh,
if he has anything.
You're just tapping out your water flask?
Yeah, just my water flask for now, and I'll chuck it in there and close the lid, and then go and find Ghost. And
close the lid. I'm imagining your water flask is not see-through,
nope,
or anything. So you put it in, and there's no save or check here, but you just kind of like just sit with it a moment, kind of looking at your flask, and you kind of feel this thing still not squirming inside it. It's kind of almost gone still.
I will very gently sort of just like walk to go find Ghost, and I suppose it depends where he is, if he's still looking in the room of the chests or whatnot.
As he's just finished putting everything in the thing.
Ghost, do you have a vial or an empty thing that we can use, please?
Ghost looks at Hera, looks at how she's cautiously holding this canteen up in front of her, looks back at Hera, looks at the chief, looks back at Hera.
I'll just start nodding.
Sure you want to keep that?
That's right, we got rid of the last one, didn't we?
I'll riffle through my bag, and if I reach for the one I know I still have, is it still there? Is it still alive?
Now, if I recall correctly, you had two in your possession, and you pulled one out in front of Shapiro and Onus, and they killed it straight away.
Gone. Yeah.
But you kept one in your bag without telling anyone.
Yeah.
You pull that out, and it's there in the vial. And you see it is also not squirming around. And it just turns and faces Hera's hand.
Strange. I'll just drop it unceremoniously back into the bag of holding and pull out one of my empty flasks. I have a scary theory. We can test it later.
Oh no, I do. Never mind. I will go to reach into the bag, think about it, and then I will pop the cap off, and I will cast a mage hand and put a mage hand underneath, and I will tip the squirming thing out of the bottle into the mage hand, and then use the mage hand to put it into the vial very quickly.
Sure. That's a fine way of doing it. This thing pops out and like just flops into your mage hand, and again, it's just lying still, and then gets carried over to the vial. And I assume you do this quite quickly. Put it in, put the cap on, falls to the bottom of the vial ghost, and you see it kind of like lying there, and it's not moving, it's not looking at anything. It's almost like it's dead, just lying still at the bottom of this vial.
We can inquire about things later. Put it in the bag.
I think this should probably go in your one. I don't want to keep two of them in the same place.
Okay. Good call. So I will take it and hold on to one of those.
Okay.
You do have a bag of holding, right?
I don't think so. It's just in my backpack now.
Who else has a bag of holding?
No, I think
No,
you
I
have your
think Harry does.
briefcase
Oh no, I do.
and
do
the
have a
bag of
bag.
holding.
Here's the other bag.
So
Yeah, that bag, Hera. The other one with the animal parts in it. You know.
I'll turn to the other shoulder. Oh yes, of course.
you put it in the bag, and even you here, when you take the vial off, it is just like lying flat on the bottom of this vial. And don't know if you want to interact with anything, but you put it straight in the bag.
No, I probably think about interacting, but the fact I want to interact with it, I almost force myself not to, and just ignore it and put it away.
Do you think it's possible they could track us with those?
Yes.
I think we've floated this theory before. It's definitely possible, but I don't know how that
Nothing
works.
can rule it out.
While
I think
they're
provided
not-
it's in the pocket dimension, it's probably okay. But every time we
Yeah.
pull them out,
they will be clued.
I think that has been floated before as well, and that's why we keep them in the bag of holding. Is that we have learnt that they are for communicating.
Yeah, I touched one time, and you guys know this, but I'll remind you that I touched one, and it mentally linked me straight to LaFon's, and he knew that we were on him. Back in the Moon Mother's cabin. They have some sort of connection. As long as we don't interact with them and we keep them hidden, it should be fine. At least that's the running theory.
I think we should maybe consider that. I'm not saying we should, but they did seem very keen to kill these things, and were very alarmed that we had one.
I mean, to be fair, I'm very alarmed that we have two now.
Well, it'd be
I'm not
three if
sure-
things had turned out differently.
Almost one for each person.
We haven't done any. I mean, I think if we're going to keep them, we must keep them for a reason, right? There
That's
must
what
be a
I'm thinking.
purpose. Otherwise, it's just a risk that we're lugging around with us for not a lot of reason.
Well, my intention, back when we first got the first one in Vathrond, was maybe we could use it somehow to find out what our enemy was doing. Though it seems the more I've interacted with them, the higher the likelihood is that it in fact will do the opposite. Just allow our enemy to know what we're doing. So I haven't wanted to stick one in my ear since we figured out what they actually were. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still curious. Now I have a new running theory. To what happens if you put two of them together? They seemed interested in each other.
Some real chill music goes on.
Yeah, yeah.
Lo-fi beats to study and adventure to.
DJ Heirloom.
That's actually a pretty good name.
It's the guy that does the yearly mashups of all the pop songs.
Oh, like the bad mashups.
Yeah,
too?
yeah.
Yeah. While we're talking, I reach back into the briefcase again and I pull out one chest and sort of put it next to Puck. That's for you. I'll keep working away on envy.
Sure. Looks like it's got a keyhole on it, Puck. You want to try the key that you found around Kathakaya's neck. The first chest contains 420 silver pieces.
Yeah, cool.
And this one's also for you.
The second chest,
You can see what's going to happen.
the key fits as Vios pulls out all 4 chests. Second chest contains a clay jug painted with images of flying djinn. It's worth 25 gold pieces. And it is packed with straw. So it's one chest with all the straw around it and then this clay pot in the center. The third chest contains some weapons. 3 short swords, 4 daggers, 2 battle axes, 3 short bows, and some arrows as well.
Does anyone want these?
It's good material. I'll take it.
And then the 4th chest contains a pair of braces embossed with dwarf faces on them. They're worth 250 gold pieces for the pair. And then, Puck, can I get you to roll a D100, please?
You say braces?
Braces, yeah.
Yeah, for your teeth.
Braces.
Yeah, little dwarf braces.
58.
Mechanical.
58.
I forgot you were rolling a D100 there, and I was like, what the fuck was your modifier? Like, what did you... what?
That's
What
his
did you roll?
investigation check.
That's
Cool.
Puck's initiative, guys.
You're gonna like this. There's also amongst all the stuff, and there's a bunch of cloths and nice fabric, and there's a potion. And it almost swirls with this purplish, almost gassy material, and it is a potion of mind reading.
Ooh. That's not
wh-
what I thought they were.
When you drink this potion, you gain the effect of detect thoughts with a save of 13.
Okay. Wow. Very cool.
Yet again, things that seem to have no relation to each other but are of value.
I think that they were definitely being plied with a lot of gifts. Something strategically important about having friends in this area. Or maybe we can question.
They were collecting metal, yes?
Hmm.
Is that not? You don't think, thinking back to the earliest part of our adventure, you don't think the shifters are trying to build another Titan, do you?
War machine.
They didn't build the last one, they simply repaired, was my understanding.
Perhaps
But
they're...
it's
Maybe there's
possible
another
they
one
have
to
another,
repair.
or even they're repairing the one that we destroyed.
Nah. back in Vathron.
It's a long way from
That was
here.
quite
Possible.
close to the
Who
close to the
knows? It could be one
mountains.
of these mountains.
It wasn't.
How common
Well,
were Titans during the war?
I'm going to say there definitely were around, but not every army in general had them. They were kind of like, if you saw a Titan in an army, it would be like, whoa, all right, these guys are serious business. But they'd be in the hundreds around Khorvaire.
well, if not Titans, maybe even. I mean, you said this area were almost the counterpart suppliers to the war. Perhaps it's another type of vehicle or weaponry as such. You know, a different, not exactly what we've dealt with before, but something similar to the means. Make a lot of sense.
Yeah, we'll have to do some investigating in the mines, I
Sorry.
think.
Well, they said all the parts they were collecting went to the mill, yes?
Yeah,
Actually,
what's
I'm very
that-
interested to see what's in there.
Yes, I think we investigate the mill and then we ask some questions of the shaman.
One in the cage, yeah.
Sure. Going outside, you approach these iron doors that are built into the stone. Once again, having cleared the camp and Puck, you see the lock on it, very similar to the ones on the chest. You pull out this key and slot it into the iron doors and crank it round. It takes a bit of effort, but the doors do open, and you are led up to this wheelhouse. But also, you notice around the corner there's a set of stairs that descend as well. Up here. Upon looking inside this circular building, with the gears still cranking around, it looks like a lot of it is made of like granite stone. And it seems very much a dwarven design ghost that beneath or within this wheelhouse is an elevator shaft. And the whole descends down into darkness. You look over the top and see it down. But you see all the gears and stuff are all clicking and cranking, and on the opposite side of where you enter from is a lever. And it looks like that lever initiates the gears, even though they're constantly spinning to make something happen, and then to kind of dislodge the gears as well.
And so this whole gear mechanism is constantly spinning.
Yes.
There's a lever at the back end here somewhere.
Yeah, within the house, so it's walled around, with the gears cranking on top, and they kind of lever in. And to you and Molokov, this is quite an intricate design of work. Definitely old, definitely way before the Yak folk would have set up camp here, of dwarven design. And this shaft just drops down in front of you, but it looks like the gears connect to something that if you pull that lever, it might bring something up.
Something's already dropped down.
Correct.
Understood. That's
So
no question. So yeah, that's under this mechanism somewhere.
That's right, yeah.
And you said there's a set of stairs over here that ascend?
Descend.
Descend.
So it looks like the stairs go down into the mountain.
Yeah, there's a lot here. Probably where our friends have gone.
Yeah. Well,
This is old. I've seen smaller structures like this in some of the older dwarven cities up in the north.
sorry, I have to deal with a dog.
Okay.
I'll be back in a sec.
Wait, how do you do it?
And also, like, let me say as well, this platform is like 25 feet across. Or this hole. Like, it's definitely a platform for moving. Fill in the blank.
Large item. heavy thing here. Because when I was over here, this structure was much newer, like much similar to these yak folk
Yes.
buildings.
It appears this stuff here is all being added.
Oh, so this whole mechanism didn't have a way of turning by itself.
Not by
By the
itself,
looks
but
of it.
I don't think a check is required. It would have needed a large creature to have moved the gears itself. Yeah.
Yeah. Malika, are you seeing this?
Certainly am. I don't know what to make of it, but I've never been one to see a machine and not want to pull the lever. Shall we give it a go?
Shall we send Patrick down first? See how far it goes, or if we know anything else that's down there.
I would argue that this leads to the forges in the mountain. This would be where the shifters have gone. This is maybe something we shouldn't mess with until we're prepared to face our enemies.
I in St. Patrick, but it's quite dark down there. You will not see much.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm pretty spent on a long ass day. I climbed down the mountain, didn't do me any good.
No, I
That, but I don't want to be starting a fight that we're not ready for. So
Another fight that we weren't ready for.
prefer to ready myself before venturing any further. That's for sure. Do we think our friend in the cage is hide enough that we could perhaps get our evening's rest and maybe talk to him in the morning?
Yes, but I think we should somehow keep a watch here, just in case something comes. We're not surprised.
absolutely.
Well,
I can
in
do that.
case, I could leave Patrick just up here.
Sure.
If one of us is awake at any point, he flutters over to you, and trouble is on the way.
I'll be awake all night.
Oh yeah, you
So
drink them.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was,
I had 6
Yeah.
coffees.
You already
much
look
as I
so
wanted to
tired.
trust the Yak folk, they were far too kind and caring, and we can see why now. But I'll still be able to rest. Anyone have anything for me to check out? Otherwise, this is going to be an incredibly boring 8 hours.
Puck will take out the sword and he goes, I think I know firsthand what this one does.
You see,
Yeah.
keep goes
I
here. You
imagine
see a
there's couple of glyphs on
scimitar.
that, I'm like, It says, fire. Yeah, I think I caught an eyeful of that too.
Nice.
What,
So-
what about what you found in the chests, the dwarven braces and the gin pot?
Yeah.
Touch it.
It's worth a shot.
Just gonna rub
Touch the
the
pot.
gin pot really quickly before I do anything.
All right. So roll initiative.
Just get rid of it.
But, oh, you now have to take a level on Warlock, and
That would be honestly that wouldn't be a bad thing for me.
Oh, maybe not mechanically.
Maybe not for you. For the rest of the party, it doesn't seem to work out sometimes.
Swear to God, if Zimazam turns up in this fucking campaign.
So,
Or even worse, Gaslow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You all settle down
I
and
will-
decide to rest at least for
Yeah,
a
I'll
couple of
lay out the-
hours.
silk pillows that I stole just in here and kind of set myself up.
Yep.
And I will spend about 30 minutes identifying the braces and the clay pot, and I don't think there was anything else I needed to look at. No, I think that was it.
Give me a Arcana check, please.
Absolutely.
Do we or do we not?
At-
with it like this?
Disadvantage. That's not bad at disadvantage. +7, so 20.
2020. The braces are not magical.
Oh, they're just nice.
They're just nice. The pot, however, though, is not magical by any means. But you look at the designs on it, and it almost tells a story as you rotate it round. And it shows a djinn of the plane of fire. In all its power, Afriti, I think they're called. In all its power, and then as you rotate it around, you see it being captured within a almost looks like a dragonstone resemblance. They're almost stick figure drawings, a bit nicer, but they're kind of unidentifiable. You turn it around again, and the dragonstone, or the encapsulating prison of this Afriti, is placed into what looks like a large humanoid creature.
Oh,
And then
yeah, sure. Okay.
you rotate the jar again, and it's worn down of what the next image should represent.
I think I've seen one of these firsthand. Back in Vathrond. Or something similar.
Hmm.
Because was Big Mo not powered by an elemental?
It was.
A captured elemental?
It was. An air elemental.
And does this look old? Like an older story depiction of this? Like part beyond the years of the Five Kingdom War?
No, I wouldn't say beyond. But it is pretty old.
Christ. Nice pot.
Is
Go on.
on the on the tapestries that they found, is there any like signature or initials for
No.
who would have made it or anything? No.
Why? What are you thinking?
No, I was just wondering whether that might be a lead
Sure.
of some sort. It just crossed Hera's mind, and
Yeah.
she would have checked to see if there was any sort of initial or
No, they do just look like
signature.
pretty generic, very nice tapestries, but yeah, like you might
That's
even
cool.
recognize some of the locations in it, but not in a suspicious way. Like it's the plains of the Sora. It's a
Yeah, it's
thing of
probably just the fact they're nice that makes me think maybe they've been claimed by someone. But no,
Sure, sure.
that's cool. It's just a thought that crossed my mind. But
Yeah.
that's all right.
So as Ghost kind of looks over these things, and everyone else lays down to rest before playing with levers and investigating what shamans have to say. I think we'll end the session there for this week. Delve deeper next time.
Damn.
I just say before I forget as well, collect a little pouch of that herb that sent us to sleep.
Of course. Of course,
You never know when you might need an easy bedtime, you know.
exactly. I will come up with some details for it, but you can have a pouch of it.
Lovely.
Very nice.
Do we want to quick off-screen hard and fast divvy up the things that we just found?
Yes.
For sure.
Yep,
I got
sure.
4 blocks of